Hi guys, Steve here from Steve Ailey Survival. I don't know if you saw the previous video on knots. If not, check the link below. I'll add the link so you can see the first video. Just a few knots just to make life easier when you're out in the woods, making better use of your resources. Stay tuned. Okay, so this is particularly useful when trying to join two pieces of cordage that are different diameters. Okay, if you try to use a reef knot, it will most likely come undone. So what we're going to do then is, on the thicker piece, make a bite or a loop like this, and on the thinner we're going to come through the back of the bite, go round the back, following this so far, take a decent bit of cordage through there, and then we're going to go round, underneath, and then through there. I hope this is easy enough to follow. You see that? I'll do that again just so you can see again. So we're coming through the back, around, yep, around again, and then under that piece there. Okay, and then when that pulls tight, again, that is not going to move. Okay, so that's for joining two pieces of cordage of different diameters. That's called a double sheet bend. Do it one more time. I appreciate this one's a little bit more complicated than the others. So we're going through the back, around, around again, and under there. Hope that makes sense. Pull it tight, and then you've got two pieces joined together. Different diameters, not going to move anywhere. Double sheet bend. Now we're going to look at a knot that's called the bowline or bowline. This is used in rescue, or used to be used in rescue quite a lot because it's a non-slip loop. Particularly good if you are needing to pull someone out of a chasm, up a mountain, etc. So what we're going to do, we're going to create a loop in the rope, in the cordage, like that. Looks like a number 6. You'll notice that this bit here goes behind. Okay, we're then going to take our running end, and that's going to come through the loop from behind, round the back, and then back through the loop there. Okay, and that is a bowline, however you want to say it. The way I was taught when I was a scout many years ago was, this here's your tree with a hole in it. The rabbit comes out of the tree, round the back of the tree, and then goes back in his hole. Pull it tight, and there you've got your bowline. One slip loop. This is another favourite of mine. I call it a jam knot. It's probably got lots of other names, but in essence all we're going to do is put a thumb knot in the end of there just to stop the knot slipping off, and then we can use this knot for many different purposes. If we're using normal cordage, not natural cordage, which can move in different directions quite easily without breaking, we can use this to start off a lashing. So all we're going to do is basically tie another thumb knot but onto this piece here. Okay, so we're going over, underneath, and then just basically tying a thumb knot. Can you see that there? Yeah, but we've encapsulated that one there. So that one can just slide down only as far as this stopper here, and then when that bites in, that is going nowhere. And then we can start off, use that to start off a binding or a lashing or whatever we might need to use it for. Another purpose for this, if we had a tarp or just a flat sheet, but it had no eyelets or tie-off points, we can push a small stone on the underside of the tarp, and then use this knot to wrap around that stone through the sheet, and then create an eyelet itself. I'll post a link to the bottom there to another video I did on how to attach cordage to a sheet, and it's using this knot here, so please take a look at that one. Again, nice and easy to undo. All we do is loosen it off, and then as you would undo any thumb knot, nice and easy, and away it goes. This one I just call a tensioning knot, so it's quite handy for things like guy lines on a tarp or something similar. And all this one is, it's kind of like an improvised guy line, you know, the small plastic items you get on guy lines that help you tension the cordage. This one is basically in place of that. So let's imagine, for instance, that this cordage is attached to a tarp. This is a branch of a tree or a peg that's in the ground, obviously on a horizontal at the moment, and we're just going to have a look at the knot now and see how it's done. So we'll go over. We've got the free end or running end, and then the static end there. What we're going to do, we're going to go over that end, and we're going to go wrap around that at least 3 times. The more times you go around, the more friction you're going to put onto that cordage, which is obviously going to grip better. And once that's done, we go all the way around the back, and then we take a bite or just like a loop of that cordage, and we pass it through the bottom there. Pull it all tight, nip it all up, and there we have a tensioning knot that will slide, but when you pull on this end, it is bomb proof. Yep. So then we can tension up our guy line, but it won't pull back. How good's that? Yeah. Tensioning knot. When we come to the end of our trip, just pull that, and it all undoes nice and easy. So just to go through that again, we're just going to pass it over, wrap it around 3 times at least. You can do more if you've got excess cordage. That's just going to put extra friction on there. Okay, so we pass that around the back of all of it. We're not going through anymore. We go all the way around the back, and then pass a bite through there. Tighten it all up, and there we go. Easy and easily undone. Hope you've enjoyed this second video on a few knots. Super simple to tie, super simple to undo. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else that you would like to see, and I will do my very best. Thank you very much, and I will hopefully see you all soon.